Hello, everybody. This is my talk show. This is episode 1, and my first guest will be Luca EP1. Please. Oh, well, hello. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
How have you been?
I've been pretty good. How about you?
I've been well. I appreciate you being my first guest on my talk show.
Well, it's an honor.
Is it? Have you heard much about the show?
No.
You haven't seen the commercials out there?
I have seen the commercials. I haven't heard much about it, though.
What stations are they on?
Fox, the local stations, and ABC.
I could do this on Netflix.
As a podcast or something like that?
Yeah, that's possible. So we're excited to have you, and so you attend St. Joseph's School currently, right?
Yes.
And what grade are you in?
I am in 8th.
8th grade. And St. Joe's goes up to 8th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And what's going on for high school?
Most likely St. Bernard's.
Most likely St. Bernard's. Like,
Okay.
what would make it not be St. Bernard's?
I don't know. Nothing really?
Nothing. So it's all or nothing for St. Bernard's. Well, your acceptance letter came in, so it's probably a pretty good sign you're going there. And so in 8th grade, you've got some events coming up and some volunteer options. And I take it there's one tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow there is the pancake breakfast, which has a book fair, and you get food from the shack. There's a small admission fee. I don't know what it is.
I don't know how much that is.
I don't know, but I know it's not expensive. So you go, you order, you have a choice of eggs, bacon, sausages, pancakes.
All from the shack.
Yeah, all from the shack. So and there's a book fair there.
What about, is there coffee?
There is coffee. There's some teas, I think.
Some teas. And who are the servers?
The 8th grade class.
That's your class.
Yes, and there are tip jars all around for our trip to
Tip
New
jars?
York. Yes. So any tips we get, we're not allowed to keep. We put it in the jar.
Very nice. Very nice. And so as I understand it, you've recently been cast in a pretty significant play. And what role were you cast?
Well, the play is Peter Pan, and I am Peter Pan, and the play's in April, so it's far away, but we have to prepare because we have to compete for the stage with another class that is doing the play in the same month, and we have April vacation that same month.
So this is probably your 8th or 9th play. And so how do you go about preparing for a play like this? It's a significant role. I know it's not the most lines you've ever done in a play, but it's up there. But what's your preparation like? How do you become Peter Pan?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Is it the tights?
What about the tights?
Does that make the character the tights?
No.
No.
I think the person has to have the attitude, not selfishness, but the large ego of Peter Pan. The whole play's about him. It's named after him. And you have to be able to speak loud and people be able to hear you. And yeah, you have to be able to turn into Peter Pan.
Now, back to the costume. Is it a costume already made, or do you have to assemble the costume?
I'm most likely going to get an already made one.
An already made one. And what about tights? Are we for tights? Are we against tights?
Probably will, but wear a pair of green shorts over them.
Green shorts over tights. Like all these kids that play basketball, they wear their pajama pants underneath their basketball shorts, which I don't get. Right? That's odd to me. And some wear those sleeves on their arms. You know, I don't. I would get a sleeve for my arm, but my arm's just too big. Right? It's the gun. Right? So back to the play. Is there a female lead as well?
Yeah, it would be Wendy.
And did Wendy have to audition?
Well, all of the boys in my class have been chosen for parts. The girls, on the other hand, they have not been chosen because.
Oh, they haven't been chosen yet.
Yes.
Is that because the teacher knows the boys in the class need a lot more time to study, and the girls are smarter and they can study with less time and memorize their lines?
I wouldn't say that.
I'm just kidding. Maybe. It's interesting that they chose the boys first. So when do you actually start memorizing your lines?
I'm probably going to start in a couple weeks.
And the show is in April? April what?
April, it's the week after April vacation.
Great. So I have in front of me your progress report. I thought we'd talk about that.
Report card.
I was told it was your mother told me it was a progress report.
That's a report card.
Okay, report card. And it looks pretty good, I guess. Is it just one page? It's A's and M's. Is that good?
Yes. M.
Your meeting standards.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. And a nice note from a teacher. So you seem to be doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying school?
Yeah.
How's math going?
Math as well. It's going pretty well.
Anybody getting sent out of class a lot?
No.
Nobody? Have you been sent out yet?
Never.
And so as I understand it, you're president as well of the class.
Yes.
So what presidential duties have you performed in the past few months?
Well, at the beginning of the year, we had the Summer Reading Awards, and I had to read a book at that. I had to help people tour the school at an open house. There will definitely, as the year goes on, I know there's the oration.
Mm-hmm.
I help out speak for that if I don't get into the finals.
Yeah.
More speaking roles come for the president as the year goes on.
Are you going to raise taxes?
No.
Are there any taxes?
No.
What about lunch tax?
No.
Why don't you impose a tax to help pay for your trip to New York? Everybody has to pay a tax. What do you think?
There are class dues.
Class dues.
I don't know if those count as tax.
Interesting.
But it's $10 a month.
When's your class trip?
At a class trip, it is in, I think it's May.
May.
And we choose a play, which we chose about 5 months ago.
What did you choose?
Our class chose Frozen, which has never aired before, and most
Over
people...
Lion King? Big mistake. Lion King is awesome.
I did want to see it.
Well, perhaps one day we will. Once, we put together $2,000 for 4 tickets to go see The Lion King. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today.
No, thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. Come back anytime. So outside of this play, looking beyond, do you think you'll be doing any theatrical productions in high school?
I have actually thought about that, and yeah, probably.
Probably. Have you ever thought about fencing?
No. Thought about golfing.
Golfing. All right, well, that's all the time we have.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure seeing you.
Pleasure seeing you too.
Thank you.